Giresh Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, you can do Prabhuji or no? You are busy, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Okay, Prabhuji. I sent a message in the group. It is. Lavanya Mataji, can you do Mangalacharam, please, Mataji?
Submit cheyandi Prabhuji. I'm little bit submit cheyandi Prabhuji.
Okay, okay.
Thank you Prabhuji. I'll be in hearing mode. Okay.
Sure, Mataji.
और संध्या माताजी మీరు కూడా ఉన్నారు కదా యా మీరు కూడా చేయొచ్చు మాతాజీ హరే కృష్ణ యా మీరు చేయండి ప్రభుజీ
హరే కృష్ణ మాతాజీ
యా
నేను చేస్తాను పర్లేదు మాతాజీ
మీరు సంధ్యా మాతాజీ ఓకే హరే కృష్ణ
I can do Prabhuji.
యా చేయండి మాతాజీ
Should I do complete Mangalachana Prabhuji?
పర్లేదు మాతాజీ మామూలుగా బేసిక్ అదే మీకు ఎట్లా ఉంటే అట్లా చేసి
I'll do total Mangalachana Prabhuji.
షూర్ ఓకే మాతాజీ పర్లేదు
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanam Timirantasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Nama Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishte Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
స్టార్ట్ చేయండి మాతాజీ అట్లనే ఈ సెక్షన్ మాతాజీ
39 to 56.
యా
39 to 56. Ramananda Raya appeals Lord Chaitanya to meet Prataparudra. 39 to 42. Prataparudra's request to Ramananda Raya. When returning from his service in South India, Ramananda Raya requested King Prataparudra to allow him to stay with Lord Chaitanya, and the king immediately gave him permission happily. The king solicited Ramananda Raya, Lord Chaitanya is very merciful to you. So please solicit my meeting with him without fail. The king and Ramananda Raya came together to Puri, and Ramananda Raya met Lord Chaitanya. 43 to 44. Ramananda Raya informed Lord Chaitanya about the ecstatic love of the king repeatedly whenever there was some opportunity, and thus gradually softened the Lord's mind. He was indeed a diplomatic minister, and his general behavior was very expert. Vyavahare Nipuna. Diplomacy used for the service of the Lord is the form of devotional service. Some of the great devotees like Ramananda Raya, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and Rupa Goswami employed diplomacy in the service of the Lord. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
కంటిన్యూ చేయండి మాతాజీ అందరు హియరింగ్ మోడ్ లో ఉన్నారు చాలా మంది
Ramananda Raya's frank request. Prataparudra is in great anxiety, could not endure not seeing the Lord. Therefore, Ramananda, by his diplomacy, arranged their meeting. Ramananda Rai frankly requested Lord Chaitanya, please show your lotus feet to the king at least once. 47 to 48. Lord Chaitanya, dear Ramananda, you should make this request after duly considering whether it is befitting for a sannyasi to meet a king. If a mendicant meets a king, both this world and the next are destroyed for him. What to speak of the next world? In this world, people will joke. 49. Ramananda Raya, my lord, you are the supreme independent personality. You have nothing to fear from anyone because you are not dependent on anyone.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ అవును మాతాజీ హియరింగ్ మోడ్ సంయుక్త మాతాజీ ప్లీజ్
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, దండప్రణామ ప్రభుజీ.
దండప్రణామ మాతాజీ ప్లీజ్ డూ మాతాజీ
ఓకే ప్రభుజీ. 50 to 51. Lord Chaitanya, a sannyasi must fear public opinion. Prabhu kahe आमी मनुष्य आश्रमे सन्यासी kaya mano vakya vyavahare bhayavasi. I am not the supreme lord, but an ordinary human in the renounced order. I must fear public opinion with my body, mind, and words. Shukla vastre masi bindu yache nalukaya sanyasira alpa chidra sarvaloke gaya. A black spot on a white cloth cannot be hidden and is prominent. As soon as the public finds a little fault in a sannyasi, they advertise it like wildfire. 52. Ramananda Raya, my lord, you have delivered so many sinful people. King Prataparudra is actually a servitor of the Lord and your devotee. 53 to 56. Lord Chaitanya asked to bring the king's son. There may be much milk in a pot, but if it is contaminated by a drop of liquor, it is untouchable. The king certainly possesses all good qualities, but simply by taking up the name king, he has infected everything. But if you are still eager for the king to meet with me, please first bring his son. Scriptures indicate that the son represents the father. చదవాలా ప్రభుజీ?
చదవండి మాతాజీ ఇంకొక రెండు ఇక్కడ చదవండి.
Okay, Prabhuji. 57 to 71. Lord Chaitanya's mercy on King Prataparudra's son. 57 to 59. The Princess Beauty. Ramananda Raya then informed the king about his talks with Lord Chaitanya, and following the Lord's order, brought the king's son to see him. The prince, just entering upon his youth, was very beautiful. He was blackish and had large lotus eyes. He was dressed in yellow cloth and jeweled ornaments. Therefore, anyone who saw him would remember Lord Krishna. 60 to 62. Lord Chaitanya remembered Krishna. Seeing the boy and in ecstatic love, he spoke, "Here is a great devotee. Upon seeing him, everyone can remember Krishna. I am obligated just by seeing this boy." The Lord embraced the prince. 63 to 65. Ecstatic symptoms manifested in the prince upon being touched by the Lord: perspiration, trembling, tears, being stunned, jubilation, crying, dancing, and chanting Krishna, Krishna. All the devotees praised him for his great spiritual fortune. Lord Chaitanya calmed him and ordered him to come there daily to meet him. 66 to 68. The king's ecstasy. Ramananda Raya took the boy back to the king's palace. The king was very happy to hear of his son's activities. Just by embracing his son, he was filled with ecstatic love, just as if he had touched Lord Chaitanya directly. From them on, fortunate prince was one of the most intimate devotees of the Lord.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Vani Mataji, you can read Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam.
Okay, Dandat Pranam. You can read Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read.
Yeah. Causeless mercy. On the previous day, the boy was simply an ordinary prince, and the next day he was counted as one of the topmost confidential devotees of the Lord. The Lord's omnipotent, all-powerful, or almighty, he can act as he likes. 69 to 71. Thus, Lord Chaitanya acted in the society of his pure devotees, performing his pastimes and spreading the Sankirtana movement. He used to accept the invitations of the prominent devotees like Advaita Acharya for meals at their homes. Thus, he passed some days in great jubilation. Then Rath Yatra approached. 72 to 135, Gundicha Marjana. 72 to 78, Lord Chaitanya seeks permission. Lord Chaitanya called for Kashi Mishra, the temple superintendent, Padicha, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and begged them for permission to wash the Gundicha temple. The Padicha said, "My dear sir, we are all your servants. Whatever you desire is our duty. Ye tomara ichha se kartavya amara. Temple is not service befitting you. Yet, if you wish to do so, it is to be accepted as one of your pastimes. To wash the temple, you need many water pots and brooms. Therefore, order me. I can immediately bring all these things." The Padicha then delivered 100 new water pots and 100 brooms. 79 to 81a to the Gundicha temple. The next day, early in the morning, the Lord with his own hand smeared sandalwood pulp on his personal associates. He then gave each devotee a broom and went to Gundicha with them. 81b to 84. Cleaning by personal example. First, they cleansed the temple with brooms, interior, ceiling, simhasana, all the temple's buildings, big and small, and finally, Sri Jagamohana, the area between the temple and the Kirtana hall. Indeed, hundreds of devotees cleaned all around the temple, and Lord Chaitanya was personally cleaning just to instruct others.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sapan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Sorry, Madhavi Mataji joined. Right? Madhavi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Please read Mataji. From 85.
85. Enthusiasm. Lord Chaitanya cleansed the temple in great jubilation. Premolasa. Chanting Krishna's holy name all the time. Similarly, all the devotees were also chanting while performing their respective duties. 86. Absorption and devotion. The Lord's body was covered with dust and dirt and thus became transcendently beautiful. At times when cleansing, the Lord shed tears, and in some places he even cleansed with those tears. 87 to 89. Systematic. The Bhoga Mandira, the place where the deity's food was kept, then the ad and then all the residential quarters were cleansed. After Lord Chaitanya collected all the straw. dust and grains of sand in one place. He gathered it all in his, Prabhuji, can you scroll up down? Yeah, in his cloth and threw it outside. Following his example, the devotees in great jubilation began to gather straws and dust with their own clothes and throw them outside. Should I continue, Prabhuji?
చదవండి మాతాజీ ఇక్కడ వచ్చారండి 92 యా
92. 91. Setting targets. The Lord then told the devotees, I can tell how much you have labored and how well you have cleansed the temple simply by seeing all the straw and dust you have collected outside. Though all the devotees collected dirt in one pile, the dirt collected by Lord Chaitanya was much greater. 92. Delegation. After the inside of the temple was cleansed, the Lord again allotted areas for the devotees to cleanse. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ సఫల్ ప్రభుజీ హరే కృష్ణ రష్మి మాతాజీ
హరే కృష్ణ
విల్ గివ్ ఆఫ్టర్ రష్మి మాతాజీ మాతాజీ
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah, please read from me.
93 to 94. Diligence. He then ordered everyone to cleanse the inside of the temple perfectly by taking finer dust, straws, and grains of sand and throwing them outside. After they all cleansed the temple for the second time, the Lord was happy. 95 to 96. Teamwork. While the temple was being swept, about 100 men stood ready with filled water pots and simply awaited the Lord's order to throw the water. As soon as Lord Chaitanya called for water, they immediately brought 100 pots. 97 to 98. Sequential. Lord Chaitanya first washed the main temple and then thoroughly washed the ceilings, the wall, the floor, the simhasanam, and everything else. He and his devotees began to throw water onto the ceiling. When this water fell, it washed the walls and floors. Shall I continue, Prabhuji? 99. Assistance. Then Lord Chaitanya washed the simhasana of Lord Jagannatha with his own hand, and all the devotees began to bring water to the Lord. 100. Involvement. All devotees in the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom. 100, 101 to 102. Grabbing mercy. Someone poured water into the hand of Lord Chaitanya and someone poured water on his lotus feet. The water that fell from his feet was drunk by someone concealing himself. Some else begged for the water and another person gave the water in charity. 103. Water into the yard. After the room was washed, the water was let out through an outlet and it flowed and filled the yard outside. 104. Sacrifice. The Lord mopped with his own clothes all the rooms and he polished the throne with them also.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you
Safal
so much.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, probably read from 105. Prabhuji.
Purified. Thus, all the 100 water pots, the minds of the temple was made purified, nirmala, cool, shitala, and pleasing, snigdha, just like the Lord's own pure mind. Cooperation. Since hundreds of men were bringing water from the lake, there was no place to stand on the banks. Consequently, someone began to draw water from a well. Hundreds of devotees brought water in pots, and hundreds took the empty pots away to fill them up again. Except Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Swarupa Damodara, Brahmananda Bharati, and Paramananda Puri, everyone filled the water pots and brought. Tolerance. Many of the water pots were broken when people collided with one another, and hundreds of men had to bring new water pots to fill. Chanting. Some people were filling the pots and others were washing the rooms, but everyone was chanting the holy name of Krishna and Hari. One person begged for a water pot saying Krishna, Krishna, and another delivered a pot saying Krishna, Krishna. Whenever one had to speak, he did so by uttering the holy name of Krishna, which became an indication for everyone who wanted something. Expertise. As Lord Chaitanya was chanting Krishna Nama in ecstasy love, he himself was doing the work of hundreds of men as if he had 100 hands. Teaching and correction. He approached every devotee just to teach him. When he saw someone was doing nicely, he praised him. But if he saw someone not doing work to his satisfaction, he immediately chastised him, not bearing any grudge. He would say, "You did well. Please teach others so that they may act similarly." Hearing this, everyone became ashamed. They worked with great attention and care. They watched the Jaganmohan area, Bhogamandira, the place where deities' food is kept, Natashala, the meeting place, the entire yard, the raised sitting places, Pakashala, the kitchen, and every other room within and without, thoroughly with great care. Bhala Mate. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Gaurav Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read from 122.
122 to 130a. A Gaudiya Vaishnava chastised an intelligent Subudhi and simple Sarala Bengali Vaishnava came and poured water to the Lord's feet and then drank that water. Although the Lord was satisfied with him, he became angry extremely externally in order to establish the etiquette of religious principles. He then told Swarupa Damodara, "Just see the behavior of your Gaudiya Vaishnava. He washed my feet within the temple of the Lord and also drank that water. Now I do not know what my destination is because of this offense. Indeed, he was greatly implicated me." Swarup Damodara then caught him by the neck and ejected him from a Gondicha temple.
Gundicha temple.
Gundicha
Prabhuji.
temple. Then he requested Lord Chaitanya to excuse that innocent person. After this, the Lord was satisfied. Tomara Gaudiya. All Gaudiya Vaishnavas who the followers of Chaitanya cult are subordinate to Swarup Damodara Goswami. Etiquette in the temple. Lord Chaitanya himself was the Supreme Lord. Therefore, it was not actually offensive to wash his lotus feet in the temple. However, because he was playing the part of an acharya, he considered himself an ordinary human being and also wanted to give instructions to ordinary human being. Even though one plays the part of a spiritual master, he should not accept obeisances or permit a discipline to wash his feet before the deity. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. 130b to 132. Punishment reward. Lord Chaitanya then asked the devotees to sit down in two lines on both sides. He then sat in the middle and picked up all kinds of straw, grains of sand, and dirty things and said, "I shall gather everyone's collection and shall ask whoever has collected the least to pay fine, sweet cakes and sweet rice." 133 to 135. Successful cleansing. In this way, all the quarters of Gundicha were cleansed completely, and they were cool and spotless, like one's clean mind. Then the water from the different rooms were let out. It appeared as the new rivers were rushing out to meet the ocean outside the gateway. All the roads were also cleansed, and no one could tell exactly how this was done. Notepad. Receiving Krishna in one's purified heart. Lord Chaitanya, as the world teacher through the Kundicha Marchana, was personally giving instructions on how one should receive the Lord's Krishna within one's heart. Cheto Darpanam Archanam. That is cleansed of all dirt by Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In the heart is filled with a straw, grains of sand, beads, or dust of material motives. Anya Bilasha Purana. One cannot enthrone Krishna there. Hare Krishna. Lalit Prabhuji, can you read now?
Yes, Prabhu, I am available. Thank you.
Yeah.
136 to 150. Lord Chaitanya Sankirtana. Am I audible enough, Prabhu? Or is there any disturbance?
No disturbance, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Text 136 to 139. The Lord's ecstasy in Kirtana. Lord Chaitanya also cleansed the Narasimha temple inside and outside. He rested a few minutes and then began dancing. All around him, the devotees performed Kirtan. The Lord, just like a maddened lion, danced in the middle, and as usual, there were perspiration, trembling, fading tears, jubilation, and roaring. Indeed, his tears poured like the rains in the month of Shravana and washed his body and those before him. Text 140 to 142. Influence of Lord's dancing. The sky was filled with a great and loud Sankirtana, and the earth shook from the jumping and dancing of Lord Chaitanya. The Lord always liked the loud chanting of Svarupa Damodara, and when he sang, the Lord danced and jumped high in jubilation. He thus chanted and danced for some time. Finally, understanding the circumstances, he stopped. Thank you, Prabhuji.
ఇంకా చదవండి ప్రభుజీ ఇంకా.
Okay. Text 143 to 150. The deliverance of Sri Gopala, Advaita Acharya's son. Text 143 to 147. Sri Gopala dances and faints in ecstasy. Lord Chaitanya then ordered Sri Gopala, the son of Advaita Acharya, to dance. While dancing in ecstatic love, Sri Gopala fainted. Advaita hastily took him upon his lap. Seeing that he was not breathing, he became agitated. Advaita and others began to chant the holy name of Lord Narasimha and sprinkled water. The roaring of the chant was so great that it seemed to shake the entire universe. The boy did not regain consciousness even after some time, and Advaita Acharya and the other devotees began to cry. Text 148 to 150. Then Lord Chaitanya placed his hand on the chest of Sri Gopala and said loudly, "Gopala, stand up." Hearing this voice, Gopala immediately came to his senses. All the devotees then began to dance, chanting the holy name of Hari. This incident has been described in detail by Vrindavandas Thakur. Point we noted is etiquette in writing. If a previous Acharya has already written about something, there is no need to repeat it for personal sense gratification or to outdo the previous Acharya. Prabhu, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you for the Lavani Mataji, you can read Mata. Yeah, Samyukta Mataji, please start.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry.
చదువుతారా Mataji?
Yeah, చదువుతాను ప్రభుజీ. ఎక్కడ ప్రభుజీ?
ఇది 151 to 203.
Yeah.
ఇది సెక్షన్.
కంప్లీటా?
అంతా మొత్తం ఎక్కుంటా Mataji.
Okay.
కంప్లీట్ ఏం కాదు.
Okay.
కొంచెం.
Yeah. 151. Yeah. Okay. 151 to 203 Prasada pastimes. 151 to 152 bathing before Prasada. After taking rest, Lord Chaitanya and the devotees bathed and the Lord put on dry garments on the bank of the lake, offering obeisances to Lord Narasimha, whose temple was nearby. The Lord entered a garden and sat down with all the other devotees. 153 to 155 quantity of Prasada. Vaninatha then brought all kinds of Mahaprasada, Kashi Mishra and Tulasi. The temple superintendent brought as much as prasada as 500 men could eat. Seeing this large quantity, which consisted of rice, cake, sweet rice, and variety of vegetables, Lord Chaitanya was very satisfied. 156 to 159. The devotees who sat for prasada. Along with the Lord, Paramananda Puri, Brahmananda Bharati, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Acharya Ratna, Acharya Nidhi, Srivas Tagore, Gadadhar Pandita, Shankara, and Nandanacharya, Raghav Pandita, Vakreshwara Pandita, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sat on raised wooden seats. 160 to 162. Haridasa Tagura's humility. Lord Chaitanya was repeatedly calling, "Haridasa, Haridasa," and Haridasa, standing at a distance, spoke, "Let Lord Chaitanya take his lunch with his devotees. Since I am abominable, I cannot sit down among you. Govinda will give me prasadam later, outside the door." Understanding his mind, the Lord did not call him again. Can I read Prabhuji? Prabhuji?
ఇక్కడ కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి 160 వరకు.
Yeah, yeah. 163 to 164. The devotees who distributed prasada. Swarupa Damodar Goswami, Jagadananda Pandita, Damodar Pandita, Kashishwara, Gopinatha, Vaninatha, and Shankara distributed prasada, and the devotees chanted the holy names at intervals. 165 to 166. Krishna's Pulina Bhojana. Lord Chaitanya remembered the pastimes of Krishna taking lunch taking lunch in the forest and was agitated by ecstatic love. But considering the time and circumstance, he remained somewhat patient.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Navanita Mataji, please read Samyukta Mataji one by one. Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. 167. Lafra Vyanjana. Lord Chaitanya said, "Give me the ordinary vegetable and you may deliver to devotees better preparations like cake, sweet rice, and Amrita Gutika." 168. Liking of the devotees. Since Lord Chaitanya is omniscient, he knew what types of preparations each person liked. He therefore had Swarupa Damodara deliver them to each devotee to his full satisfaction. 169 to 177. Jagadananda and Swarupa Damodara offer prasada to Lord Chaitanya. 169 to 172. Jagadananda placed first class preparations on the Lord Chaitanya's plate suddenly. The Lord was outwardly angry. Nonetheless, he was satisfied. He looked at it for some time, and being afraid of Jagadananda, he finally ate something. He knew that if he did not eat, Jagadananda would certainly fast. 173 to 175. Swarupa Damodara then offered sweets and said, "Just take a little of this Mahaprasadam and see how it is that Lord Jagannath has accepted it." Saying this, he placed some food before the Lord, and the Lord, out of affection, ate it. 176 to 177. Sneha Vyavahara. Swarupa Damodara and Jagadananda again and again offered the Lord food. Thus they behaved affectionately with him. This was uncommon. Seeing this their behavior, Sarvabhauma, who sat on the Lord's left, smiled. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Mataji, next ఎవరు? సంధ్య మాతాజీ అయిపోయిందా?
Vani Mataji.
వాణి మాతాజీ.
Mataji.
178 to 184.
Yeah. Okay. 178 to 186. Dealings between Sarvabhauma, Gopinath Acharya, and Lord Chaitanya. 178. Lord Chaitanya wanted to offer Sarvabhauma first class food also. Therefore, out of affection, he had the servers put first class food on his plate again and again. 179 to 180. Gopinath Acharya bought first class food and offered it to Sarvabhauma while speaking sweet words. Just consider what Sarvabhauma's previous mundane behavior was. Just consider how at present he is enjoying transcendental bliss. 181 to 184. Sarvabhauma to Gopinatha. I was simply a less intelligent logician, but by your grace I have received this opulence of perfection. But for Lord Chaitanya, who is so merciful, he has converted a crow into a Garuda. In the association of the jackals known as logicians, I simply continue to bark a resounding bow bow. Now from the same mouth I am chanting the holy names, Krishna and Hari. Whereas I once associated with the disciples of logic, all non-devotees, I am now merged in the waves of nectarian ocean of the association of devotees. 185. Lord Chaitanya to Sarvabhauma. From your previous birth, you have been in Krishna consciousness. Thus, you love Krishna so much that simply by your association, we are all developing Krishna consciousness.
Yeah. Madhavi Mataji. Hare Krishna, Madhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
మీరు చదివారా మాతాజీ సెకండ్ టైమ్?
లేదు మాతాజీ.
చదవండి మాతాజీ. 186.
186. Yeah. The Lord who increases the devotees' glories. Thus, there is no one within these three worlds, save for Lord Chaitanya, who is always so willing to increase the glories of the devotees and give them satisfaction. Bhakta Mahima Bada Bhakta Sukhe Daite Mahaprabhu Vina Anya Nahi Trijagate. 187 to 197. Mock fight between Lord Nityananda and Advaita Acharya. 187 to 188. Mock fight begins. Lord Chaitanya then took all the prasada, such as cakes and sweet rice, and distributed them to all the other devotees, calling them individually. Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu sat side by side, and when prasada was being distributed, they engaged in a type of mock fighting. 189 to 192. Advaita Acharya. I am sitting in line with an Avaduta and eating with him. I do not know what kind of destination is awaiting me. Lord Chaitanya is a sannyasi and thus he doesn't recognize discrepancies. According to the Shastras, there is no discrepancy in a sannyasi's eating at another's house. But for householder Brahmanas, this kind of eating is fault free. It is not proper for them to dine with those whose previous birth, family, character, and behavior are unknown.
Yeah, thank you,
One-
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Rashmi?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Second time you're done, Rashmi?
No.
Yeah, you can start. 193.
193 to 195. Nityananda Prabhu, you are a teacher of impersonal monism, Advaita Siddhanta, which is a great hindrance to progressive pure devotional service. One who participates in your philosophy does not accept anything but the one Brahman. And now I am eating beside you. I do not know how my mind will be affected. Points to be noted. Instruction in the mock fight. The Advaita Siddhanta of the impersonal monist says the God and the devotee may be separate in the material state, but when they are spiritually situated, there is no difference between them. Such monists consider devotional services to be material activity karma. Nityananda Prabhu wanted to point out that Advaita Acharya, a pure devotee, did not agree with his monastic conclusion. Advaita Acharya was given in the title of Acharya because gave the Vaishnava conclusion in the terms of Bhagavatam and spread the Bhakti cult, not monism. The real Advaita Siddhanta means Advaya Jnanam or oneness in diversity. Vedanti Tat Tattva Vidha. Sangat Sangat Sanjayate Kama. One developed his consciousness according to the association. Nityananda Prabhu's reference is meant to emphasize that one should avoid eating with Mayavadis and convert Mayavadis like the Sahajiyas.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mother.
196 to 197. I'll read Mataji. Negative praise. Thus they both went on talking and praising one another, although their praise appeared negative, as if they exchanged ill names. Thereafter, calling all the Vaishnavas, Lord Chaitanya distributed Mahaprasadam as if he was sprinkling nectar. Then the monk fight became more and more delicious. 198 to 199. After lunch, the Vaishnavas stood up and chanted the holy name of Hari, and the resounding noise filled all the upper and lower planetary systems. Lord Chaitanya offered them garlands and sandalwood pulp. 200 to 202. The 7 persons who were distributing prasada, headed by Swarupa Damodara, then took their meals. Govinda saved some remnants of Lord Chaitanya. Later, one portion of the remnants was delivered to Haridas Thakura and were distributed among devotees who begged for them. And finally, Govinda personally took the last remnants. 203. Various Leelas. The fully independent Supreme Lord performs various types of pastimes. The pastimes of washing and cleansing Gundicha is but one of them. Thank you, Mataji.
Akinchal Prabhuji, please can you read?
Yes, Prabhu. Which one? But 204 to 5, yeah, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, this section.
Okay. Netrotsava 204 to 222. Netrotsava 204 to 205. Netrotsava. The next day marked the festival of Netrotsava. 1 second. Yeah, Netrotsava, which was the life and soul of the devotees. Everyone was unhappy for the fortnight because they could not see Jagannatha. Upon seeing the Lord now, they are very happy. 206 to 209, Lord Chaitanya, the temple, Lord Chaitanya visited the temple with all the devotees. Kashishwara walked in front, checking the crowds, and Govinda walked behind, bringing the sannyasis pitcher filled with water. Paramananda Puri and Brahmananda Bharati walked in front of him, and his two sides walked Swarup Damodara and Advaita Acharya. With great eagerness, all the other devotees followed them into the temple. 210. Out of the great eagerness, they all neglected the regulative principles. Maryada Langhana. And just to see the Lord's face, went to Bhoga Mandapa. Maryada Langhana. A violation of the regulative principle. Both the Lord's deity form and the spiritual master should be seen from the distance. This is called Maryada. Otherwise, familiarity breeds contempt. Sometimes coming too near to the deity or to the spiritual master degrades the neophyte devotee. However, here, due to separation from the 15 days and the great eagerness to see Lord Jagannatha, the devotees and the Lord Chaitanya enter the Bhoga Mandapa. 211. The thirsty eyes of Lord Chaitanya became like two bumblebees drinking the honey from the lotus-like eyes of the Lord Jagannatha Krishna. 212 to 207. Lord Jagannatha's beauty and the devotee's bliss. His eyes conquered the beauty of the blossoming lotuses. His neck was the lustrous and mirror made of sapphires. His chin tinged with the buff colored the beauty of the colored banduli flower. This increased the beauty of his mind smiling, which was like lustrous waves of nectar. The luster of his beautiful face increased at every moment. The eyes of the thousands of devotees drank its honey like a bumblebee, and their thirst increased, and their eyes did not leave him. Thus, Lord Chaitanya and his devotees enjoyed bliss upon seeing Jagannath's face till midday. As usual, there was a transcendental symptoms in the Lord Chaitanya's body. He persisted and trembled and shed tears constantly. But the Lord checked the tears so they would not disturb his seeing the face of the Lord. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yes, Sapan Prabhuji, please complete this.
Hare Krishna. Bhogera Samaya. Their looking at the face of Lord Jagannatha was interrupted only when he was offered food. Afterwards, they would again look upon his face. When the food was being offered, Lord Chaitanya performed Kirtana. Feeling great pleasure upon seeing the face of Lord Jagannatha, Lord Chaitanya forgot everything. The devotees, however, took him to his lunch at noon. Knowing Yatra would take place in the morning, all the servants of Lord Jagannatha were doubling their offerings of food. Falastruti. The pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in cleansing Gundicha were briefly described. By seeing or hearing them, even sinful men can awaken their Krishna consciousness. Prayer to Rupa Raghunatha. Sri Rupa Raghunatha Padayara. Madhyalila 1.287. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Lalitmon Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, we'll start Slokas, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, I have a question, Prabhuji.
Mataji, boli.
Yeah, Prabhuji, ఇక్కడ మర్యాద ఉల్లంఘనాలలో ఇచ్చారు, like it's very offensive to like close to the deity and spiritual master. And already they are all like exalted devotees. So what can we learn from this, Prabhuji? Can you please explain?
No, we should not follow in their footsteps in this regard, Mataji. That's it. That we should not go like that and just be very in front of the Lord. They are all the pure devotees. For them, it is okay. But for us, as we are sadhakas, we should be very careful, not going that close to the Lord or the spiritual master.
What about home deities, Prabhuji? I'm asking about
No,
home
no, no,
deities.
no. Home deities is personal, Mataji.
Hmm.
They are the expansions of those deities, na? So for that, it is okay.
Hmm.
Else, what is the hope for us, to render our service to the Lord?
ఎందుకంటే అంటాం కదా మనం చేసే అర్చా విగ్రహ చేస్తేనే మనం ప్యూరిఫై అవుతామని, రైట్? సో
No. That is personal. That is personal, Mataji. That is an expansion of the Lord coming to our home. So for that, we should do with all these things, Mataji, with all reverence and with all closeness. Personal, like how we do with our own children, we should do like that. But not with the Prana Pratishta deities or the Guru.
ఓకే. yes ప్రభుజీ. అదే అంటే పర్పట్లో
And
చెప్పారు.
that is for normal people. And if you are given a service, you should go ahead. Like whoever is given that, Brahmana Diksha, they should do all these things.
పూజారి సర్వీస్,
Yeah, Pujari services and all. They should do. But for a very new people, it is better not to do. Not to follow.
Because of offenses, committing offenses?
No, because we are not trained properly, na. Then what happens is our material tendencies will come there also.
Okay.
So with that, what happens? Familiarity breeds contempt. We will not respect them the due which they are due to.
Okay.
And then everything starts. The patanam, the fall down starts.
So it's for like, sadhakas, not for exalted.
No, not for exalted people, or not even for people who are given the service.
ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ చైతన్య మహాప్రభుతో ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ అదే కదా ప్రభుజీ, దే ఆర్ వెరీ ఎగ్జాల్టెడ్ అండ్ ఈస్ కోటింగ్ మీన్స్ దట్ we have to learn.
They are avataras, Mataji, na. They are directly descended from there, na.
Yes, and purportlo neophytes అని ఇచ్చారు. It's for us. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Anta Kalecha? Okay.
Please go ahead, Prabhuji. I mean, I shared the screen.
Yeah, I've seen.
I'll be in hearing mode, Prabhuji. Is it okay, right, Prabhuji? This slide is
this is enough. This is enough, actually. So just before this, starting this shloka, I just wanted to share 2 or 3 minutes, a small this thing. I'm sorry, even though you have been told many things about this shloka, but I'm very much connected to Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya also to some extent. So I just wanted to share one small pastime regarding this. Okay, in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, the main, like the Acharya who propagated the holy name or the Sampradaya Vaishnavism is Ramanujacharya, right? Even before Ramanujacharya, there are many Acharyas like Yamunacharya, Nathamuni, and all the 12 Valvars. They're all there. But Ramanujacharya is the one who propagated it towards the length and breadth of this nation, right? Everyone knows this, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Like we have in our own Sampradaya, we have Madhvacharya, we have Akshobhya Tirtha, and we have many. But Mahaprabhu is the one who traveled length and breadth, and Madhvacharya. These are the two, okay, prominent personalities. But Harinam is given by whom? Mahaprabhu. So even though there are many acharyas before, there is one significant event which takes place in one's lifetime, one acharya's lifetime. In Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, it is Ramanujacharya, and in our Sampradaya, it is Madhvacharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So why this shloka? Why I wanted to share that is Ramanujacharya. He has 4 gurus. Because Ramanujacharya never met Yamunacharya, their only meeting is at the passing away of Yamunacharya. Yamunacharya will pass his body, he'll disappear from this world, and his body stays here. And when Ramanujacharya comes and sees Yamunacharya, Ramanujacharya takes a pratigna of 3 things. Only then Yamunacharya will open the whole fist of his fingers. Okay. Then what happens is Yamunacharya, before leaving this material world, what he does is he gives all his knowledge to 4 devotees, to 4 of his disciples. Sorry, And what are the names of these disciples? Sri Shailapurna, Mahapurna, Kanchipurna, Goshtipurna. Okay. Now what will Ramanujacharya do? Ramanujacharya will go to all these people who Kanchipurna, Goshtipurna, Sri Shailapurna, Mahapurna. Okay. And he will take all the knowledge what has been given to them by the Yamunacharya. And then, even after hearing all these things, he will be a bit reluctant to go and preach. Okay, that is the outreach. So he will not directly start the outreach. He will just stop, because there is one doubt always in his mind. What is the doubt? Because of the shloka. This is the shloka which always, disturbs him. Why? In this shloka, the first line, what happens is, what is given is antakale cha. This cha, this one word, is always troubling Ramanujacharya. Because what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in this shloka is antakale cha, means even at the time of leaving the body also, who remembers me will attain my nature or will come to me. Okay, this is the thing. Now Ramacharya's question is, see, if I go and preach to everyone that please, do this Narayana mantra, and then you will attain the Lord at the end of your life. But there might be circumstances that at the end of the life, when you are very old and while leaving the body, you might not remember the Lord. Then what? So because of this doubt, he was very reluctant to go out and preach. Then what happens is, one day he will approach his one of the 4 gurus. Now who is this guru? Kanchipurna. Okay, Kanchipurna by birth is from a backward class. He is not a Brahmana by birth. He is a backward class.
Prabhuji, sorry, what is the doubt, Prabhuji? Can you say once again, what is the doubt?
Yeah, his doubt is, see, if a person whole life he serves the Lord, and at the end of his life, during leaving the body, he couldn't chant the name of the Lord due to the circumstances, then what? Now Lord is telling in this shloka that whoever recite, think me even at the end also, the also cha is there, na? Only then they will attain me. Okay, but Ramanujacharya's doubt is, अरे पूरा जिंदगी भर आपका ही मतलब नाम लिया, and at last he couldn't take, then will you leave the devotee in this material world only? So this is the doubt which he has. And all the scriptures he was hearing that Lord is Param Dayalu, and in this shloka it is actually against it, because a rule has come here which which devotee should remember at the end of the life also. So this is always troubling him. And finally what he has done, he has approached one of his 4 gurus, that is Kanchipurna, and asked Kanchipurna to clarify this doubt with Varadaraj. Because Kanchipurna, even though born in the backward family, backward class, he was given a service of fanning the Lord Varadaraj. Okay, very direct service to the Lord. Why he was given that service? Because all the pujaris and all the Kanchipuram knows that he is the only person who talks with the Lord, and Lord reciprocates with him while speaking, by his mouth. Okay, so this Ramanujacharya asks the Kanchipurna to ask Varadaraj that I have this doubt. That is the reason why I couldn't able to preach. Then Kanchipurna asks to Varadaraj, hey Varada, one of your close associates and your disciples, okay, and your devotees has this question. He just wanted to clarify this from you, that you said in Bhagavad Gita, whoever remembers you also at the time of his death, only then you will give your mercy. So he has a doubt regarding this. Then the Varadaraj says, tell to Ramanuja that a person who has completely devoted his life to me, at the end of his life, I will come and sit in his throat. Okay, you give him this assurance that I have said you the same, what I have said you. You tell him, you convey this message that I will come and directly sit in the throat of that devotee.
Devotee.
Okay,
Very nice, Prabhu.
so this is what, and this is the Mula Mantra where Raman just started preaching the outside world. Okay, and then he started traveling to every place, left and right, he was started preaching. When Varadaraj has given this assurance. And if you see, of all the deities, the Krishna Silas, which is in South India, you see the Narayana, what is it, our Balaji, Tirupati Balaji, many of the deities you see, our Ranganath, you see many of the deities. Of all the deities, only one deity is of very smiling, very smiling face. Who is that? Varadaraj. Anytime in the future, if you have an opportunity to see these temples, please go and, see the Varadaraj, because his smile is very much higher than the other deities.
Where
Smiles.
is this temple?
Kanchipuram.
Okay, Kanchipuram.
Okay, Kanchipuram Varadaraj. So his smile is very visible than other smile. And it is said that after Ramanujacharya's preaching and Kanchipurna service, his smile increased. Such devotees they are actually. Okay, I'm sorry, I have taken a lot of time today, but this cha is there, please don't take it in the other way around. Lord is not sadistic by saying this. Okay, Lord also gives assurances that if we lead our life serving him, it is an assurance of him that he will come and sit in the throat of our own selves while we are leaving the body. Okay, so this shloka says that anta kale cha mam eva, at the end of the life, cha also, mam eva, only me, smaran, whoever remembers, muktva kalevaram. Kalevaram means this body. Okay, kalevaram means which will deteriorate as per the time. That is what kalevaram means. Okay, so this body, this is refers to this body. Muktva, liberation from this body. Ya prayati. So whoever does this, what? Smaran, at the end of his life. Okay, ya prayati samad bhavam. They will get my nature. Okay, mad bhavam, they will get my nature. Yati, yati means achieves. Nastyatra, na asti yatra. This is 3 words actually. Na asti atra. Okay, not there is here samshayaha, any doubt. Okay, so of this there is no doubt. Of which there is no doubt? Anyone who remembers me at the end of his life also will achieve me. Of this there is no doubt. This is what this whole shloka means. If anyone feels a bit in difficulty, please let me know. Else I will make you repeat only one word in this shloka and then I will start the recitation. Okay? Any difficulty? Because the meaning is straightforward here. Antakalecha mam eva. Eva means certainly. Okay? Mam means mine. Antakale means at the end of the lifetime. Cha means certainly. Smaran muktva kalevaram. Smaran means smarana, my smarana. Muktva kalevaram, leaving the body. Yah prayati, whoever does this, samadbhavam, will attain my nature. Yati, yati means achieves, he achieves my nature. Okay, nastyatra samshaya, there is no doubt in this. So please repeat this word after me. Nastyatra.
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 Yeah. Please repeat. Please pronounce this properly. Even though if you are wrong, it's okay, but do it. Do it outwardly. Nastyatra.
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 Yeah, thank you. Okay, I will go line by line, every line 3 times, then 2 lines together 3 times, then whole shloka 3 times, then we will start with your individual practice. Okay. Antakale cha mam eva.
Antakale cha mameva.
Antakale cha mam eva.
Antakale cha mameva.
Antakale cha mam eva.
Antakale cha mameva.
Smaran muktva kalevaram.
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 Yah prayati samadbhavam.
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 Yati nastyatra samshayah.
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 Antakale cha mam eva. Smaran muktva kalevaram.
Antakale cha mameva. Smaran kalevaram.
Antakale cha mam eva. Smaran muktva kalevaram.
Antakale cha mameva. Smaran muktva kalevaram.
Antakale cha mam eva. Smaran muktva kalevaram.
Antakale cha mameva. Smaran muktva kalevaram.
Yah prayati samadbhavam. Yati nastyatra samshayah.
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 Now the whole shloka together 3 times. Okay. Antakale cha mam eva. Smaran muktva kalevaram. Yah prayati samadbhavam. Yati nastyatra samshayah.
Antakale cha mameva. Smaran muktva kalevaram. Yati samadbhavam. Yati nastyatra samshayah.
Antakale cha mam eva. Smaran muktva kalevaram. Yah prayati samadbhavam. Yati nastyatra samshayah.
Antakale
cha mameva. Smaran muktva kalevaram. Yah prayati samadbhavam. Yati nastyatra samshayah.
Antakale cha mam eva. Smaran muktva kalevaram. Yah prayati samadbhavam. Yati nastyatra samshayah.
Antakale cha mameva. Smaran muktva kalevaram. Yati samadbhavam. Yati nastyatra samshayah.
Now you can go for your individual practice. Raju Prabhu. You can lead the call now. Thank you so much.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Whoever
Samita
has this
Mataji?
exam,
Yes,
Yeah,
they
Prabhuji.
can
please
read.
forward.
1 year.
Yeah, whoever has the exam, they can read the translation also. Whoever doesn't have an exam, they can go only with the shloka. Thank you so much. Navnita Mataji, you can go ahead, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः. Translation: And whoever at the end of his life fits his body, remembering me alone at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः. Translation: And whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Hare Krishna.
अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः. Translation: And whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita 8.5 Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nasyatra samsayaha. Translation: And whoever at the end of his life quits his body remembering me alone at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt.
अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः. हरे कृष्णा. थैंक यू.
अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः. हरे कृष्ण.
अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्ता कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्तत्र संशयः. हरे कृष्ण.
Anyone else?
Prabhuji, should I go, Prabhuji?
Go ahead, Mataji.
अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः.
Raju Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You want to?
Yeah. Go ahead,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Yes.
अन्तकाले च माम् एव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलैवरं यत् प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः. Thank you, Prabhuji.
अंतकाले च माम एव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः.
Yes, Prabhu, you can conclude the call now if we are done.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu and Mother. Thank you for joining.
I can do it, Prabhuji. నేను చేయలేదు.
Oh, sorry, Prabhu.
Go ahead, Prabhu. Sorry.
అంతకాలే చ మామేవ స్మరన్ ముక్త్వా కలేవరం యః ప్రయాతి సమద్భావం యాతి నాస్త్యత్ర సంశయః. హరే కృష్ణ.
ప్రభుజీ ఇక్కడ నేచర్ అంటే ఏంటి ప్రభుజీ? My nature.
Nature means this is actually this is where the Vaishnavism differs from the what you say, that Mayavad. Okay. For us, achieving the nature means other four lokas, Mataji, like Sarupya, Salokya, Sarshti. Samipya.
Samipya.
Okay.
Hmm.
But for the what you say, Mayavadis, it is Sayujya.
Hmm.
So they wanted to merge into the Lord, na? So that is how they will interpret this shloka. But for us, especially Madhvacharya and Ramanujacharya, they said the other 4 lokas. Okay, whatever our nature is in that 4. Yes, Paraj.
So it is like 4 liberations, right? Mukta means like this one. 4
Yeah.
liberations.
For a people like Nitya Baddhas, it is liberation. But for a pure devotees, that it doesn't matter because they don't even ask for liberation also. They just wanted the remembrance of the Lord. But people like us, it is, we want to get liberated if given an opportunity. Okay. So for us, it is the 4 other lokas other than the Sayujya Mukti.
Okay. ప్రభుజీ ఈ 4 ఓన్లీ వైకుంఠాలోనే ఉంటాయి కదా ప్రభుజీ, ఈ లైక్ లిబరేషన్స్.
అంటే see all these liberations are
కృష్ణ చెప్తున్నాడు, రైట్? కృష్ణ చెప్తున్నాడు లైక్ యూ విల్ అటైన్ మై నేచర్ అంటున్నాడు. సో గోలోక్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాడా ఎలా, అంటే వైకుంఠం కూడా ఇంక్లూడెడా అని?
Everything after Sadashiva Loka, everything is included in this, because you don't know your nature Svabhava, na? Your Svarupa actually, so that will be reflected slowly.
So everything Vaikuntha, it's not like only Golok, yeah, right?
No, it's not like that. It's never like that.
Okay, yeah, అర్థమైంది ప్రభుజీ. It's according to our nature, he'll give that this one. So
our Svarupa, it's not nature also, it is Svarupa.
Yeah, it's
means they already come from that Svarupa. Yeah. In material world it is Svabhava, Mataji, but in spiritual world it is Svarupa. Okay.
Yeah.
Here according to our Svabhava we will be given a service, but in spiritual world it is our Svarupa, then we will take the service directly.
It's our constitutional position there.
Yeah, it is Svarupa.
Okay, got it, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So we can conclude the call now. Thank you so much.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Mataji. Thank you for joining. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद बुक रीडिंग की जय। Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.